Today we're going to talk about a famous artist named Edgar Degas. Now, Edgar Degas lived in France a long time ago, so he's not alive today. He was alive a long time ago. And Edgar Degas is most famous for his paintings of ballerinas. But as Edgar Degas got a little bit older, not super old, but just like as an adult, his eyesight started to go bad, and bright light really hurt his eyes. So when he was doing his paintings of ballerinas, he would do it in a room that was only lit halfway so that there were no bright lights, and he would paint that way. But then as he got even older, the lights hurt even worse and his eyesight got even worse. So what he did was, instead of painting, he moved to sculpture, and he started to make sculptures of ballerinas, because that way his hands could kind of see what was going on with the clay, even though his eyes could only kind of see what was going on. So his hands helped his eyes see, and he was able to build sculptures of ballerinas. It was then, when he was working with sculpture, when Edgar Degas was working with sculpture, that he created his most famous sculpture, and it was named The Little 14-Year-Old Dancer. And it's a sculpture that's made of metal, but the clothes that the little sculpture is wearing are made of real fabric. So even though it's a metal sculpture of a ballerina, the clothes, the bodice, the top that the ballerina is wearing, and the tutu are made of real fabric. Isn't that cool? But as Degas got older and older, his eyesight got so bad that he couldn't even read anymore. But he is quoted as saying, "Art is not what you see, but what you make others see." So in honor of Edgar Degas, today we are going to learn how to draw a ballerina. To draw our ballerina, we need to start with the head. So we are going to have a U shape, and it's going to be closer to the top of our paper. Don't make it so close to the top that you don't have room for her hair. Then, not in the middle of the U, but closer to the side and up a little bit, we're going to do a curve down and a curve down for her hair. Now we're going to hop down on the side, and we're going to go up, around, and back down. That's her hair that's pulled back, and now we're going to do a ballerina bun, which is just an oval sitting on top of her head. For her face, we're going to do lots of U's. Lots of flat U's. So we're going to have her eyes be closed. And you can add eyelashes if you want. A U for a smile. And a little U for a nose. Then 2 short lines for her neck. Then the top of her dress is it's called a sweetheart neckline, because it looks kind of like the top of a heart. Just like that. Now we're going to turn this top of a heart into a triangle. So from this edge, we're going to go down. And then from here, down. Nice. Now for the skirt of her outfit. We're not going to be right at the tippy tip point because no one's waist is that skinny. We're going to go up this side a little bit and curve down. Same thing on the other side. Curve down. If I'm ever going too fast, remember, you can pause the video and rewind and press play and start over from the spot where you were confused. Now from this edge, we're going to make a wavy line all the way to this edge for the bottom of her skirt. Now for her arms, we're going to start at this corner, go down at a diagonal, and then curve out. So I'll show you what I mean. Down at a diagonal, and then curve out. So that would be her elbow. Down at a diagonal and then curve out. Now from the neck, we're going to make it the shoulder, and it's going to flow along with this line. Let me show you what I mean. So it's going to go over and across so that the lines kind of match up together. Now hands are really hard to do, and that's fine. It's something that takes a lot of practice. But since we're already doing it kind of a cartoony look with her face, I figured we'd go ahead and make things easier and do a cartoony look with the hands. So we're going to make a mitten shape. So from this top end of this line, we're going to do an upside down U, or a U on its side, or a J, you could even say. That's the thumb. And then we're going to do a big sideways U for the rest of her fingers. Now to make it so you can see the fingers, we're going to divide this in half and then divide each of those sides in half. So now she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. Same thing on the other side. A J shape. And then a big sideways U for the rest of the fingers. Divide this in half. Then divide this section in half and this section. Now for the feet, or for the legs, we're going to start right in the middle because her legs are going to be together like this. So we're going to draw the line that's between the legs, right? The line that would be right here. So from the very middle, draw a line down for as long as you want her legs. If you want her legs to be like giraffe long, then draw them that long. But I'm going to draw mine about as long as they would be if this was a real person. Then I'm going to make it look like an upside down umbrella by doing a curve, just like that. So like right there, that kind of looks like an upside down umbrella. So I do a U at the bottom of that. Now I'm going to start with the outside of her leg right here. And I'm going to make a line that goes from here all the way to the end of this right here. So that is my target that I'm trying to get to. And if you end up making a wiggly line, that is totally fine. That's why we do this in pencil. You can erase and start over. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I want the legs to be about the same thickness. Because arms are the same thickness as each other, and legs are the same thickness as each other. Okay. Now for her slippers, the way we do this is we do an S shape. So we start up higher, we come out, curve down, and then curve to the right again. So that's her heel and that's her toe. Then you can do 2 lines here. This will be the ribbon. And then the same thing on the other side. Start at the same place, curve out, curve down, and curve to the left. Then we can do 2 lines here, and that's the ribbon that's holding the shoe onto her heel, or onto her ankle. All right, and that is our ballerina. Now let's color it in. So ballerinas don't always have to be pink, and So I used purple. I used two different purples, one purple for her skirt and then for her shoes, and a different one for her top and for her tights. Because you usually see ballerina tights as being a really light pink, but I wanted these to be purple because purple's my favorite color. And I gave her some rosy cheeks. Thought that was really cute. And I used two different colors for her skin tone. And you can make hers whatever kind of skin tone you want. If you want your ballerina to have blue skin or polka dot skin, you can do that too. All right, I hope you have fun making your ballerina, and I will see you tomorrow.